Now, let's find the domain of the functions. Here we have a g of x equals 2 times x over x squared minus 36. We know 0 cannot be on denominator. Zero cannot be on denominator. Here, what do we get? Let me choose black color. Is x squared minus 36 cannot be 0 because this one is done on denominator. So this tells us that if we plus 36 on both sides, then left-hand side will be x squared. Right-hand side is 36 plus 0. And then we cannot let x squared be 36. Then x will not be positive negative 6. Let me write it nicely. So here I want to do is put a nice 6. So then in this case, you want to choose this one. The first x stands for variable. The second one stands for x cannot be negative or positive. All right. So what's the domain? Domain, this is the set notation. If on the real number 9, here is 0, here is negative 6, here is positive 6, you want to exclude those 2 points. So that would be what? From negative infinity up to negative 6. Negative infinity is this way. Positive infinity is in this way. Then union from negative 6 to 6. You see here there are round brackets. Means negative 6 is not included. 0 is fine. You plug in 0 here. 0 squared is 0 minus 36. So is actually what? 0 squared minus 36 is negative 36. Is not 0. Okay? Not 0. So you plug in 0 here is fine because the denominator is going to be negative 36, not 0. So it still works. And then here, then from 6 to positive infinity. Negative 6 to 6 is from here to here. Again, 6 is not included because here is the round bracket. This is integral representation. This is the graph representation. And here, for the question here, is the set notation. We want to get familiar with all of them. Right? Now, then how about the following one? Let me move this one up a little bit. Right here. Okay. We know inside the radical sign, this place cannot be negative. You see why? You know, here you have a radical 4 is 2. You have a radical 4 is 2, but you don't know this one is what at this moment. So you cannot put negative sign right here. Okay? So then we know the reason was 2 squared is 4. Negative 2 squared is also 4. So you can all the time here is positive radical 4 equals 2. And you never get a one like this. Okay? Rational at this moment. So here it requires 18 minus x greater than or equal to 0. Can be 0. So then what is the possible value for x? You do is plus x on both sides. And then they will be cancelled. So you have 18 greater than or equal to x. That would be probably 18, 17, 16 down to 0 or negative. And this is the same way we say x is less than or equal to 18. They're the same. Okay. So why I wrote in this way is because on the real number 9, if here is a 0, here is 18, you want to use solid point. From this point all the way to the left is not your right. This expression is better than this one, and then the one on the left. All right. So for example, here in the middle might be 9. Here might be 9. Let me erase that. And then write a number 9 here. So this is the graph representation. This is the algebraic representation. And how about set notation? Set notation will be right here. So you want to choose is the one right here. The first one is the representative. The second expression is the algebraic description and separated by the vertical line. So that would be the answer. How about this one, the domain? Here is the combination of the first two, because this one requires denominator cannot be 0. This one requires inside the radical sign cannot be negative. This one is altogether because it's on the denominator, and it's also what? In the radical sign. So what we like to do is, since this is on the denominator, and x minus 1 cannot be 0. Okay? Because radical 0 is 0. Right? And here also requires x minus 1 inside the radical sign greater than or equal to 0. Those two together gives you what? X minus 1 greater than 0, not equal to. Okay? Now, use the red color. Plus 1 on both sides. So you got positive, negative cancelled. So stands alone x on the left. 0 plus 1, Again, I like to write is 1 less than x is because if here is 0, here is 1, 1 is not included, it's a circle, it's all this point to the right. X greater than 1, that will be what? 2, 3, 4, so all the values to the right. Okay, so again, this is the graph. This is algebraic expression, and the set concept or notation would be what? Would be the one right here. So again, you do not want to choose the last one here. You want to choose the third one. Okay. All right. I'll see you next time.